Dear best friend, I didn't say it enough. You saved me. There are people who walk into your life so quietly, you don't even notice the shift they create. They don't bring noise. They don't demand space. They just appear. And suddenly, everything feels a little lighter. That was you. Back in high school, my life was a blur of sameness. Wake up, get through the day, pretend to smile. I had gotten so used to blending in, to being invisible, that I stopped expecting anything different. And then you sat beside me at lunch. No announcement, no question. You just pulled out your sandwich and sat like we'd been doing this for years. I remember glancing at you, confused, thinking maybe you were waiting for someone else. But you stayed. And you stayed the next day, and the one after that. You didn't ask about my life. You didn't need to. Somehow, you already understood I wasn't ready to talk. So, instead, you made me laugh. God, you were so weird. The kind of weird that felt safe. The kind that made silence less heavy. You had this way of telling the most pointless stories, like the time you microwaved a spoon, or got your shoelace caught in the escalator. And yet, I found myself looking forward to hearing them. Your voice became a rhythm in my day. I don't think you knew how bad things were for me. Not really. You didn't know that I cried myself to sleep some nights, that I stared at the ceiling, wondering if it was even worth trying anymore, that sometimes I didn't eat because the weight of existing was too much. But even if you didn't know the details, you saw something. You saw me. There was one afternoon. We were walking home and you stopped by that broken vending machine near the library. You kicked it once, like always, and then handed me your soda without saying a word. It was nothing, but it was everything. You showed up for me in all the small ways. And the truth is, the small ways saved me more than you'll ever know. I remember the day you asked if I wanted to come to your house after school. I panicked. I said I had plans. I didn't, but the idea that someone wanted me around, that someone thought I mattered enough to be invited, I carried that feeling with me for days. And slowly, you taught me how to breathe again. You didn't fix me. You didn't try to solve anything. You just stood beside me until I remembered how to stand on my own. I wish I had said something back then, something real. But I was scared of breaking the spell, scared that if I said how much you meant to me, you'd think I was being too dramatic, or worse, you'd pull away. But now, years later, I think about you often. Sometimes it's your laugh, echoing in my memory like a song I haven't heard in years. Sometimes it's the way you scribbled dragons in the margins of your notes, or the way you'd hum video game music when you were bored, those pieces of you, they stayed. So this letter, it's late, but I hope it still finds its way to you. You were my anchor, my pause in the chaos, my quiet proof that kindness doesn't need permission. I don't know where you are now. Maybe you've forgotten me. Or maybe you remember me as the quiet one who always smiled a little too late. But if by some miracle this letter reaches you, just know this: you saved someone. You changed a life without ever realizing you were doing it. Thank you. Not just for sitting beside me, but for staying. For being real when everything else felt fake. For giving me the kind of friendship that never needed loud declarations, just presence. Sometimes, when the world gets quiet, I still find myself wondering where you are. I imagine you on a train, earbuds in, hoodie up, lost in your own world. Or maybe sitting in a park, sketching in a notebook, scribbling dragons. Wherever you are, I hope you still laugh like that. I hope someone sits beside you now the way you did for me. Because the world needs more people like you. The quiet heroes, the accidental lifelines, the soft place someone once landed on. This is letter 1, for the ones who showed up, without ever needing to be asked. You were the light in someone's dark, even if you never saw it. Your best friend.